The inter-community war, we tell them foolishness there that we are talking about.
Welcome. If you're new via here, be sure to click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. The topics that we'll be discussing today: teen killed by a soldier in Spanish Town, teacher murdered, killer caught, gang war in Trench Town, and more. Residents staged a protest in Trench Town community in Kingston on Thursday, calling for the end of an ongoing violence that has left citizens living in fear. Residents also call on members of the island security forces to increase their presence as the feud has reached the point where many families are fleeing from the community. Citizens claim even though there was a checkpoint in the area, criminals were still finding ways to go to each other. Right now, we are living in fear. The children are crying out constantly. People are moving out of the community, while those who are brave enough to stay behind are living in fear, said one woman from the community. The woman, who was a part of a group of protesters, who said they were tired and frustrated with what is happening in the area. The protest took place less than 1 month after 2 men were shot and killed in separate incidents. On June 15, a shop owner, Lafine Bennett, was shot dead while at her business place on 3rd Street when she was approached by gunmen who opened fire, hitting her multiple times in the upper body. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. 2 days before, a 16-year-old girl was shot and killed and another man injured in the same community. That attack came from a drive-by. Member of Parliament Mark Golin said that the attacks were carried out by gang members locked in an ongoing feud.
Business one go and look over the food shop, but to look over the empty.
So what the cause of that?
Now the war go on. The inter-community war go on. We tell them foolishness there that we are talking about. Business come cause the peace that come cause when people come out, people like me and the rest of my family them who are come out, relatives them who are come out, one other families, a whole heap of families living in the community and them don't want come out for say everybody has to them free. Well, we no business right now, we no business where want go or what want go on because it have to start somewhere. It have to start from me for one and we make the stand for other people sit and follow and come and know say I want this one in the community. This only for separation and them something they cause war and we tired of that.
Bar, they want some.
We don't know what cause war, man.
Them behind like one fire eat.
We don't know what cause war right now.
I know we don't know where them are war from. I will live for you.
We all see people are there. We see people. If them never there at us, so could they out us so?
A man and a woman were shot dead by gunmen in Granville, St. James on Wednesday. The deceased has been identified as S0LlDER and Jodian Roberts, both 28 years old residents of Garden Crescent in St. James. The attack comes after a day another couple was shot dead by gunmen in Westmoreland, which shares borders with St. James in the western end of the island. The deceased in Tuesday's attack were identified as Anthony Godfrey and his common-law wife, Christine Brooks. Regarding to Wednesday's attack, the Granville police reported that about 11:45 p.m., both Holiness and Roberts were attacked by gunmen who opened fire, hitting them before escaping the area. Residents informed the police, who transported them to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Investigation continues. 2 men who were wanted for a double murder on Spanish Town Road, St. Andrew, in March were nabbed in St. Mary on Monday, July 12. The men were listed as wanted by the Major Investigation Division following the shooting death of 36-year-old tire repairman, otherwise called Tippy of Spanish Town Road, St. Andrew, and 42-year-old Kiddo, a teacher of Deanery Road, Kingston 3. Williams and Kiddo were at a tire shop on Wednesday, March 17, when they were attacked by men traveling in a Honda who opened fire, hitting them. The police were alerted and they were taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. The now detained men were picked up at a house in St. Mary during an operation led by the apprehension team. They were subsequently transferred to the MDI, where murder charges are being laid against them. The St. James police are probing the murder of an elderly woman who was shot and killed by gunmen at her home in Flanker, Montego Bay in the parish on Monday night. The police have released the name of the deceased woman, who is a 60-year-old dressmaker, Vernica Collins of New Road in Flanker. Reports are that about 11 p.m., Collins arrived at home and was attacked by gunmen who shot her several times before making their escape. The dressmaker was rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. No motive has yet been established for the killing. A group of women weep openly on 4th Street in Wilton Gardens, popularly known as Rima, following the slaying of Winston Muir on 6th Street on Tuesday night. Him not trouble people at all, him hard-working and jovial, and who kill him know that too. Him wasn't in any badness, a soup the man sell, him couldn't hurt a fly, a relative said. According to reports from the Corporate Communications Unit, Winston, a 40-year-old chef of East Street Road in Kingston 12, was shot dead by unknown aliases about 11:30 p.m. The Denham Town Police reported that residents heard loud explosions and contacted the police. Upon arrival, Winston was found lying in a pool of blood with gunshot wounds. The scene was processed and the body was removed to the morgue. Investigation continues. One woman stated that when Winston was a teenager, he was a member of the Rima-based Fatherless crew but was never a killer. It's more than 20 years him come back and him just a work and I take him time I take care of him family. Him work even harder when him get him look a son. And now them just come kill him. And from last year, them a try draw him out and him hold him on. Them broke in at the man house and take out him big flat screen TV off of him wall and him just leave it alone, another woman stated. The incident occurred close to the zone of special operation checkpoint, but the resident said without the Zozo, things would have been worse. Residents of Valdez Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, are now protesting the shooting death of a member of the community, allegedly by soldiers. They are claiming that the 18-year-old was shot in cold blood and disputed claims that he was harmed with a gun. The police are reporting that he had engaged the soldiers in a shootout and was shot during the exchange. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Subsequently, residents blocked a section of Valdez Road, but it was cleared by security forces who maintained strong presence in the area. 3 persons are in the hospital nursing injuries after a delivery truck carrying rice overturned along Spur Tree Main Road in Manchester this morning. It is reported that the truck was traveling along the road when the driver encountered mechanical difficulties and lost control of the vehicle, which overturned. The accident happened about 8 o'clock. The injured persons were rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital. Their conditions are unknown. The incident is said to have occurred in the vicinity of an accident-prone spot along the roadway. There was a heavy pileup of traffic this morning as firefighters attempt to remove the truck from the roadway. Now, viewers and subscribers, a your time. I would love to hear what are your thoughts on all these stories down in the comment section. So don't know about a free fleet on the thoughts down there. We have made it to the end of our next video. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys next time. I'm out and stay blessed and stay safe.